Ever wonder who makes sure the tech we rely on actually works,
Mm-hmm.
like day in and day out?
Yeah.
That's where quality engineers come in.
I was just thinking
You
that.
sent over this like huge stack of resources from RoleCatcher about this career path, and
Yeah, they're great resources.
yeah, and I'm ready to dive in.
It's a field that's often overlooked, but totally essential.
Totally. And RoleCatcher, for those who haven't heard of it, it's like this treasure trove of career info. They've got guides, tools, you name it. So let's unpack what they have to say about quality engineering.
Sounds good. Right off the bat, the source defines a quality engineer as someone who establishes and upholds quality standards for products or services. Their mission is to guarantee those products and services not only meet but exceed customer expectations.
So basically, they're the guardians of quality.
Yeah.
They conduct inspections, run tests, always looking for ways to improve. Yeah. So what I'm curious about is, what does this look like day to day?
Well, you're right. It's more than just checking things off a list. Think of it this way. A quality engineer working for a car manufacturer might have the responsibility of ensuring the safety and reliability of a car's braking system.
Whoa,
Talk about pressure.
that's a huge responsibility. And it makes you realize how quality engineers are involved in pretty much every industry.
Absolutely. From the technology in your smartphone to the food you eat, there's a quality engineer involved somewhere along the line.
Okay, so we've established that quality engineers are essential, but what does it take to actually thrive in this role? That's where those RoleCatcher insights get really interesting. They break down the essential skills, and some of them, I have to admit, were a bit surprising.
I'm all ears. What jumped out at you?
Well, they highlight reading comprehension as absolutely crucial, like 64% important.
Wow.
Now, I get that science is important, 63% according to RoleCatcher, but reading comprehension, that's like practically on par with having a strong science background.
That's where it gets fascinating. You might picture a quality engineer with a wrench in hand, but they also deal with a mountain of documentation, quality manuals, industry standards, testing procedures. A misinterpretation there could be the difference between a successful product launch and a massive recall.
You're saying a misplaced comma could lead to chaos.
In a way, yes, they need to be able to rapidly grasp complex technical language and then communicate their findings clearly to colleagues, managers, even clients.
It's like being a detective for quality.
Precisely. That's why RoleCatcher also highlights critical thinking as a vital skill. QEs need to be able to analyze data, identify the root cause of problems, and then devise innovative solutions.
And those solutions could range from refining a minor process to completely overhauling a product design, right?
Absolutely. And they can't be afraid to, speak up and advocate for those solutions.
So it's about being a strong communicator, a critical thinker, and I imagine a bit of a visionary too, right? Always looking for ways to improve, even if it means shaking things up a little.
That's a great way to put it. They need that drive to constantly push the boundaries of quality. And a key part of that is continuous learning. The field is always evolving with new technologies and methodologies.
RoleCatcher actually mentioned that, right? They recommend joining professional organizations, attending conferences, subscribing to industry publications.
Exactly. It's not enough to just have the initial knowledge. The best quality engineers are lifelong learners, always eager to expand their skill set and adapt to the ever-changing landscape of their industry.
That's really interesting. So you're not just becoming a quality engineer, you're committing to a journey of constant development. It's like leveling up in a video game, always striving to unlock new skills and knowledge.
And just like in a video game, the higher you climb, the greater the challenges and the rewards.
Which brings us to the career ladder. Let's say you land your first quality engineer role. Congrats. What does that upward trajectory look like? So you're fresh out of the gate, eager to make your mark. What's the typical starting point for a quality engineer?
Well, RoleCatcher outlines a few typical career stages.
Okay.
You usually begin as an entry-level quality engineer.
Makes sense. You're learning the ropes, getting a feel for the industry. What kind of responsibilities might someone at this stage handle?
Think of it as building a foundation.
Okay.
You might be assisting senior engineers in defining quality standards, conducting basic inspections, or collaborating with team members to pinpoint areas for improvement.
It's about observation, absorbing as much as you can, right? And I'm guessing RoleCatcher provides some real-world examples of what this looks like.
Absolutely. They paint a really clear picture of those day-to-day tasks. For instance, an entry-level QE at a software company might be tasked with running tests on new software builds, reporting any bugs or glitches they encounter.
That's actually a great point. RoleCatcher can be incredibly helpful for anyone at this stage because they have these sample job profiles. You can see exactly what skills and experiences employers are looking for, even at the entry level.
I agree. Having access to that kind of information can be invaluable when you're just starting out. It allows you to tailor your resume and highlight the skills that are most relevant to the roles you're interested in.
Okay, so you've put in the work, gained some valuable experience. What's the next rung on the ladder?
As you progress, you'd likely move into a junior quality engineer position.
Okay,
This is where you start taking on more responsibility.
so less shadowing, more leading, right?
Exactly. You might be defining and updating quality standards, spearheading smaller projects,
Mm.
and getting more deeply involved in developing those crucial quality control procedures.
This is where those critical thinking and problem-solving skills really come into play.
Yeah.
It's one thing to follow a procedure, but it's another to create one that's efficient and effective.
That's a great point. And as you gain experience and demonstrate your abilities, you'll find yourself presented with even more opportunities to make a real impact.
Now, I have to ask, what about the financial side of things? Does RoleCatcher shed any light on salary expectations for quality engineers?
While they don't get into specific numbers,
Right.
those can vary depending on location, industry, and experience.
Sure.
They do emphasize that quality engineering is a field with strong earning potential.
Good to know. So it's not just about ensuring quality, it's also about building a stable and rewarding career.
And that often involves pursuing further education or certifications. In fact, RoleCatcher specifically mentions several certifications that can give you a significant edge in the field.
Oh, yes, I was just getting to that. They mentioned acronyms like CQE and CQA,
Right.
and of course, Six Sigma.
Of course.
What exactly are these mysterious certifications and why are they so important?
They're like badges of honor in the quality engineering world.
Oh.
For instance, a CQE, Certified Quality Engineer, demonstrates a deep understanding of quality management principles and practices.
So it's not just saying you know your stuff, it's proving it.
Exactly. And then there's the CQA,
Okay.
the Certified Quality Auditor,
Mm-hmm.
which focuses on, you guessed it,
Auditing.
auditing.
Yes.
These professionals are skilled in planning, conducting, and reporting on quality audits.
I can see how having those certifications on your resume would be a game changer.
Huge.
It's like saying, I'm not just a quality engineer, I'm a certified expert.
And that can make all the difference when you're competing for those top-level positions.
Speaking of top-level positions, let's talk about that next rung on the career ladder. What does it look like to reach the peak of the quality engineering mountain? So we've talked about starting out, climbing the ranks, but what's the ultimate goal for a quality engineer? What's that peak position look like?
Well, according to RoleCatcher, the pinnacle often takes the form of a senior quality engineer role.
Okay, senior quality engineer, that has a nice ring to it. Big title, bigger responsibilities, I imagine.
Absolutely. At this level, you're not just ensuring quality, you're the one setting the standards, often for an entire department or even the company.
So you're not just a quality engineer at that point, you're a leader, a mentor, right?
Yeah.
Guiding the entire team towards quality excellence.
Exactly. You're overseeing complex inspections, you're heading up major improvement initiatives, and you're mentoring those junior engineers, helping them develop their skills and advance their own careers.
Now that's what I call a legacy. And while those specific numbers might vary, I'm guessing reaching that senior level comes with some pretty significant rewards.
You're absolutely right. As you gain expertise and experience, and especially with those key certifications under your belt, you position yourself for higher earning potential.
It's inspiring to see how this career path offers both professional growth and financial stability. It's more than just a job. It's a way to build a truly fulfilling career.
I couldn't agree more. And it's a career path with incredible relevance. I mean, think about it. Every time we use a phone, drive a car, even take a prescription, we're relying on the expertise of quality engineers.
It's true. They're the unsung heroes behind the scenes, making sure those products and services are safe, effective, and reliable.
And as technology continues to advance at an incredible pace, the role of a quality engineer is only going to become more essential.
It's exciting to think about, really.
Yeah.
Imagine the world of self-driving cars, personalized medicine, smart homes that anticipate our every need. Quality engineers will be right there on the front lines, shaping the world of tomorrow.
And to be a part of that, to contribute to those advancements, that's what makes this career path so incredibly rewarding.
You know, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the essential skills to the career trajectory, and even touched on the future of the field. But there's one more thing I wanted to circle back to RoleCatcher.
Of course, it's been our guide throughout this entire deep dive.
Exactly. And beyond the information we've discussed, they offer a whole suite of tools to help job seekers, things like resume builders, interview practice platforms, even job board integration.
It's true, they really go above and beyond in providing support and resources for every step of the job search process.
It's like having a career coach in your pocket.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has really solidified something for me. That knowledge really is power. By understanding the ins and outs of a career path like quality engineering, by utilizing the resources available to us, like RoleCatcher, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions about our future.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Taking control, pursuing opportunities, and shaping a career path that aligns with our passions and aspirations.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of quality engineering, I want to leave our listeners with this. What impact do you want to make on the world?
It's a big question, but an important one.
Absolutely. Because if you're driven by a desire to improve things, to ensure quality in everything, and to be a part of building a better future, then quality engineering just might be the perfect path for you.
And with resources like RoleCatcher, you'll have all the tools you need to turn that possibility into a reality.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So for all our listeners out there, happy job hunting, and remember, the future is yours to build.